everyone get off the highway. This is a state route. Everybody will be arrested if not. 30 seconds. Send your leader to my vehicle. Let's talk. Get off the road.
So we usually see these climate activists blocking roads, sitting in the road in the UK. It's big in the UK. They love blocking streets, laying in front of tractor trailers, you name it, they do it, all in the name of climate change. But this time it moved to the United States and it's in Nevada. Climate control activists blocked one of the main routes into Burning Man in Nevada. Burning Man is what I always thought was a big music festival, but I was wrong. It's a global ecosystem of artists, makers, and community organizers who co-create art events and local initiatives around the world. And there is also lots and lots of music. But the climate activists don't like it. They don't like it, and they're not going to have any of it. So they decided to take it upon themselves to block the road, but the police, the rangers, they weren't having any of it either. And what happened here in Nevada should happen all over the world when people are sitting in the middle of the road for no reason at all, because what they're doing is ridiculous and it's not helping anything.
No, you're on public property. No, we gotta get through. I'm sorry. Help us, people. We got to do. You can't block a road. You can't block the road.
You're going to hurt someone.
I don't care.
Look, there's traffic coming.
There's people with medical problems here, and you want them to be in the hot sun.
They calm down.
How are we gonna tell the world doing this, man?
Every change in society came from civil disobedience. All of them.
Michelle, Phil back.
Ow!
Sorry.
And some might think that was a little too much, but I don't think so. They are complaining about emissions and the ozone and gas-powered vehicles are contributing to climate change and they're destroying the planet. So they decided to block a road on tribal land where they were trespassing. They had no right to be there, but they're climate activists. They can do that, right? Again, we see it all over the world. So the rangers said, no, it's not going to happen here. And he proceeded to drive right through their blockade, get out of his truck, and take them to the ground. It looked like at gunpoint. And then they're saying, we're nonviolent, we're nonviolent. Well, he wasn't being violent either. He was doing his job, protecting that property and life. He didn't know if any of those people might have had a weapon. You can say you're nonviolent all you want, and the next thing you know, a police officer is shot. Those people got exactly what they deserved for this nonsense. Blocking roads, gluing yourself to the concrete, the pavement. They chained themselves to that trailer you saw there. But if you also saw, as far as the eye could see, there was dead stop traffic. And a lot of those vehicles were charter buses that run on diesel. So what those climate gurus did was force more carbon emissions into the atmosphere by letting those vehicles sit there and idle for miles while they sat in the road acting like children. They made a problem worse instead of making it better. It's the same as you see them in the UK. They go into museums and they want to stop oil production, and they throw paint and tomato sauce and whatever on expensive paintings, or they glue themselves to it. What is that proving other than you have nothing better to do? If you want to change the climate, there's a lot better ways, I think, that you could protest instead of sitting in the road like a child, blocking roads, destroying public property because you think the sky is falling. These people, you know, I don't even know where they come from. They're old, they're young. I don't know who's raising them. Apparently some of the kids, maybe their parents were hippies. Who knows? But what are we doing? You're making a mess just to prove a point because you're not happy with oil production or gas-powered vehicles. So you're going to disrupt a main road into a festival that's supposed to be for a global initiative for arts and music and what have you. But they didn't care. I don't honestly think they even know what they're doing there. Let's go chain ourselves to this thing and see what happens. Well, they all got arrested, and chances are they will let go because all they were doing was blocking a road. But I would just love to see one of these climate gurus with some kind of device or a meter that could have recorded the pollution that was actually being emitted by miles and miles of idling vehicles. My guess is the numbers were pretty high. But don't tell the climate gurus that, because they know everything. They're going to save the planet. They're going to end up getting killed someday because somebody's actually going to run them over. And I know people have been hit by vehicles before doing that. But these people are going to get killed by some lunatic who doesn't want to sit in traffic because they're blocking the road. And they're going to lose their life. For what? For what? What they're doing is not changing anything. It's making the problem worse. So protest all you want, but figure out a better way to do it. But for stopping miles and miles of traffic, again, idling and releasing emissions, all they did was make the problem worse, and that's really all they're doing. They're destroying property, and they're sending more emissions into the atmosphere. It's ridiculous. And these people need to do a little more studying on how they can protest this the right way instead of acting like fools and getting themselves arrested because they did no harm. I mean, they did no good. All they did was harm because they got locked up and all their fancy signs and trailer, it got destroyed because the cop drove right through it. And I'm sorry, disagree with me, but I thought it was great when he came around and drove right through it because that's what needs to be done. These people need to stop this nonsense and just do something the right way. Stop acting like children because it's getting you nowhere and it's changing nothing. And that's it. So if you haven't liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, share this video because I thought it was funny. I don't know if you did, but but I thought it was funny when the cop came flying through there. These people need to wake up. So share it with somebody. I'd appreciate that. Hope everybody's healthy and safe, and I'll see you soon. Have a great night.